Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the game where we aim for the obscure and we ignore the obvious. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, Sandra, I'm Debbie. I'm from Torquay, and this is my partner, John.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Sean. This is my dad, Joe, and we're from Liverpool.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Mike, and this is my wife, Sally, and we're from Nidderdale in Yorkshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Amanda from London, and this is my friend Lucy from Devices.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Turns out he wasn't wiped out by an asteroid 66 million years ago. Behold, Tyrannosaurus, Rich. It's my Pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Hello, everyone. How nice to see you all. We've got a few returning pairs, three returning pairs, in fact. It feels to me, and I mean this in a good way, like Joe and Sean have been with us for weeks.
Oh,
don't you think? And I know you've like gone quite a long way through the show both times, so maybe that's why it feels like we've seen an awful lot of them. But it's absolutely lovely to have you back. So the last show, Rosie and Stephen got through to the jackpot round.
Oh, Rosie and Stephen? Oh, they were in the final round. They won their trophies, as is normal, in the final round, but they didn't win the jackpot. They didn't win the jackpot, I am afraid. So it was a tough one. US Soul, UK Top 40s, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
By the way, do you think on Podium 3, is this the first time we've had contestants from Nidderdale?
It's the first time anyone has come out at the top of a show and said Nidderdale. Yeah.
I would have remembered Nidderdale, I'm almost certain.
Oh, it's lovely, Nidderdale.
Centre of the universe.
It's very lovely. But we're hip, so's Boreham Wood.
Well, this really is the centre of our universe.
Yeah, I get drawn back, gravitational pull.
Yeah, exactly that.
There we are. Well, yes, Rosie and Stephen didn't win the jackpot, which means we're adding another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off, ready yourselves, at £2,250. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember, it's always going to be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so keep your scores low. That's it. That's the only rule. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is scientific words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns D's in science. Richard?
Yeah, 7 clues on each board, all scientific sort of clues, and all the answers begin with D.
There we go. Can't say fairer than that. Here is our first board of 7 clues to things beginning with D. The mass per unit volume of a substance calculated by dividing the mass by its volume. 7. Process by which food that is eaten is broken down into other substances. 9. Adjective used to describe a metal that is able to be stretched into a wire or be deformed without breaking. 7. Surname of naturalist Charles, known for his theory of evolution by natural selection. 6. Along with Phobos, it is one of the 2 moons of the planet Mars. 6. Element with chemical symbol dy, which gets its name from the Greek for hard to get. 10. And dome-shaped muscular sheet that separates the chest from the abdomen and contracts when breathing in. 9. There we are. Debbie, welcome back to Pointless. Good to have you here. Remind us all about yourself.
I work in retail. I've worked in a certain well-known supermarket in clothing, which I can't name, for 16 years.
Is the whole shop clothing, or are you
No,
just in
it's just a part of the
You're just in
shop.
the clothing department
Yes, it is indeed.
of it?
Yep.
Have you always been in the clothing department? It's certainly one of the warmer bits
Pretty
of the
much,
shop.
yes. I have been in retail. I've been in management in retail.
Right.
But since having children, I've just been sort of working part-time for 16 years.
I see. Well, very nice indeed.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, nice, you think it is. Debbie, what are you going to go for on our scientific
Let me have a
board?
little look. I'm going to go for the bottom one. Dome-shaped muscle sheet that separates the chest from the abdomen. I'm going to go for diaphragm.
Diaphragm, says Debbie. Let's see how many of our 100 people said diaphragm. He's right. Down that goes to 61. Not bad.
Well played. Nice start to the show. It's one of those things you mustn't think about, the diaphragm. It contracts every time you... I mean, if you really start thinking every time you're breathing, it's really doing some work.
Yeah, everyone's taking deep breaths now.
Yeah. When you breathe in, it flattens, I think.
That's right.
When you breathe out, it domes.
It domes.
Imagine, it's doing it right now as we're talking.
Everyone's doming and flattening.
We're all
And
doming exactly
again.
that.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Flattening.
Yeah.
I'll keep telling you if I'm doming or flattening throughout the rest of the show.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Sean, welcome back to Pointless. Great to have you with us one final time.
Yes.
Oh, there we are. I mean, you've come within touching distance of that Pointless trophy. Maybe this is the day. Remind us all about yourself, Sean.
So I am 25 and I'm an auditor from Liverpool.
That much I remember. Tell me something I don't yet know about you, Sean.
So I am a very keen golfer. Myself and my dad like to play whenever the weather permits, which in Liverpool is probably not that much.
Who is the better golfer between you and your dad?
Me.
Okay.
By
That's...
some way.
Oh, that's good. Your dad concedes that without any demur. That's fine. That's nice.
About
Good.
30 shots.
Yeah, well, that's good.
We always like to go on sort of golfing holidays, whether it's in the UK or abroad. It's one of the main things I like to do. I'm not one for sort of lounging on a beach, really. I like to get out, play a bit of golf on holiday.
Very nice indeed. Okay, Sean, what are you going to go for here?
I am having a major mind blank, unfortunately. I should know the top one, but it's gone. I'm going to have to go for the second one, which is digestion.
Okay, digestion says Sean. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Digestion. It's right. 61 is the only score we have at the moment, and digestion goes to 57.
Yeah, this is something else you mustn't really think about, but in general, the average human being's digestive system is about 30 feet long, which is about the same distance as the world long jump record. So there's 30 feet of digestive system in there, and you've got this thing that's constantly doming and flattening as well.
Oh, no.
Wow, it's amazing. We've got room.
That's the world long jump record. So when they do it, say, come on, jump the guts. Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Nice. Thank you very much. Sally, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you from Nidderdale. Nidderdale, you know. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a retired chiropractor, and basically I enjoy swimming, walking the dogs in the dale, and I do a lot of creative things as well. So
very good indeed. What kind of chiropractor? Were you a McTimoney chiropractor?
No,
or were you
a proper chiropractor.
Whoa.
No.
Sally, what are we going to go for on our board of scientific Ds?
I think I'll go for number one, and density.
Density, says Sally. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Well, look at this. Oh, 24 for density. Well done.
The densest known chemical element is osmium. It's 250,000 times more dense than hydrogen. And, of course, Beyoncé had her first hit with the band Density's Child.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Amanda, welcome back. Lovely to have you back on the show. Remind us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm 21 and I'm a cardiac physiology student studying at Swansea University.
How is Swansea?
It's good. It's nice that it's by a beach, not that I really use it much.
No. Did you know it at all before you went to uni there?
No, I didn't.
That's lovely. Is it one of those places that will always hold a special place in your heart then?
I think London's got that, but maybe second.
OK, but that's fine. Second's good.
Yeah,
Second's good in all the world.
Yeah.
Amanda, this board is all yours. I mean, some of this is sort of faintly medical.
I'm thinking maybe the last one is eudaimonia or something like that, but I'm not sure, so I'll just go with Charles Darwin.
You're going to go for Darwin, the naturalist. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin's right. Down that goes to 77.
Darwin was born on exactly the same day as Abraham Lincoln, February the 12th, 1809.
Both had beards.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see.
From birth as well.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Born,
funny.
born, yes.
Let's test your scientific knowledge,
I'm gonna be
shall
just
we?
brilliant on
What's the adjective
this.
used to describe a metal? You'll know it.
It's ductile.
Ductile.
From the Latin duco, to lead.
Oh, that's too much information.
To lead.
I just wanted the answer.
Yeah. No, it's one of the few. Yeah.
It's one of the few.
Well, no, but everyone always said, yes, duct, because education. I thought I never got that one, but that one actually does genuinely come from. Sorry, as you were. Sorry.
That's got a red button.
Literally trying to make
vibe
up for the fact I know nothing else on this board, but there we are.
3 points for ductile, phobos and Demos.
Demos, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Demos would have scored you 11 points. And this one is dysprosium, 4 points for that. So the best answer on the board was ductile. Very well done if you said that.
There are probably people watching who have duck tiles in their bathroom, maybe.
Yeah,
Sort of
they
thing.
do. Tiles with ducks on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, lovely.
Nice. Thank you very much indeed. So we are halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. The best score of the past was yours, Sally. Very well done indeed. 24 for that. Then we travel up to 57, which is where we find Sean and Joe. Then 61, where we find Debbie and John. And then 77, which is where we find Amanda and Lucy. So you're a little bit ahead there. But Lucy, you get the new board.
I do.
Use it wisely. And you shall stay. Okay. Very best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Let's put 7 more clues up on the board, and here they are. The answers to all these begin with D, and they're all scientific. Name of the material that is the carrier of genetic information in nearly all living cells. 3. First name of the Nobel Prize-winning scientist Hodgkin, who discovered the structure of vitamin B12. 7. The removal of salt from water. 12. A short branched extension of a neuron, which receives nerve impulses from other neurons. 8. The hardest known mineral, an allotrope of pure carbon. 7. An alcohol containing 2 hydroxyl groups in its molecule. 4. And the process of adding a solvent to a solution to make it less concentrated. 8. There we are. So, Lucy, welcome back to Pointless. Good to have you with us again. Remind us all about yourself.
I'm Lucy. I'm from Swansea University, same as Amanda, and I'm studying audiology.
You are studying audiology. When you are not at study, what do you like to get up to, Lucy?
I'd say I'm quite a musical person. I get bored quite easily, so I've taught myself a few instruments.
Tell me, which have you taught yourself?
Well, I started off when I was younger learning the piano and the viola.
Yeah.
But then, as I got older, I taught myself the ukulele and then the guitar. And then I learned the drums a bit too, which is cool.
Oh, presumably, actually, in the audiology department, there's probably a studio there. You could probably get in there, you could do it all yourself.
There's tons of soundproof rooms I could use.
Ah!
It's great.
In audiology department, no one can hear you scream.
True.
Lucy, what are you going to go for? You are the high scorers at the moment.
Well, there's a few on the board that I know. I'm just trying to figure out which ones are going to score me the least points. So I think I might take a bit of a risk and go for the nerve endings one and say dendrite.
Dendrite, says Lucy. Oh, if this is right, this is going to be a great answer. Let's see. No red line for you, you're the high scorers. How many of our 100 people said dendrite? It's right. It's right. Well, 24 is the lowest score anyone's had so far. And dendrite goes down to 5. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 82.
That's a terrific answer. Very well played, Lucy. Very nicely done. Yeah, dendrites are, a number of things have been called dendrites over the year, but firstly, monks who lived in trees were dendrites. Bet you didn't know that.
That's true.
Yes.
So I was trying to work out I was thinking,
Oh, you're thinking, hold on.
Oh, there's a gag in there. Hang on. Hang on.
Dendrite.
Rights.
Dendrite was Elton John's real name. I know that.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Mike, very good to have you here. Welcome. Hello. Tell us all about yourself, Mike.
Well, I'm like Sally, retired. I used to be a GP, not worked for 4 years, which is absolutely marvellous.
A rural GP.
Yeah, 34 years, same practice.
That's my background as well. I mean, I wasn't a GP, but my dad was, rural GP, and my grandfather as well.
Lovely.
Was your early practice largely taken up with home visits?
Yes, we did loads.
Yeah.
Used to do 8 to 10 a day.
Yeah, that's much the same. And
we had open surgeries, and you just had to turn up,
it's exactly
sit
the
down
same.
and wait.
Yeah. I used to basically stand in as the reception. I mean, it wasn't the receptionist, but because the phone would then be put through to our house when Dad was on duty, so when he was on call. And so I basically, everyone would think I was my dad. So I know about the first 10 seconds of every ailment in our valley, which is great. Now, Mike, you are on 24, 57 or less is your target.
Right. I hope I'm right, but I'm going to try for the removal of salt from water as desalination.
Desalination, says Mike. Let's see if that is right. Here is your red line. Very well done. Very good. Yep, you're through. Good enough, Mike. 28 is what it scores, takes your total up to 52.
Well played, Mike. Saudi Arabia are the largest producers of desalinated water in the world. which I guess makes sense. If you're in a country that doesn't have much desalinated water but needs it, you would produce a lot.
Yeah. Presumably, they have a fabulous little sideline in salt. Must have brilliant, the salt industry in Saudi Arabia.
Well, I guess so. They probably sell it.
I imagine they
Perhaps
must.
we've all been eating Saudi Arabian salt for many years.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it my business to find out.
Make it your business to find out. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Joe, welcome back. Great to have you with us once again. Joe, remind us all about yourself.
Yes, from Liverpool, a training administrator. Hobbies are running and also 60s music, Motown, Beatles stuff, that kind of thing.
Okay, Motown, Northern Soul, is that kind of your thing? Or
Not so much that, more the American, Detroit Soul.
Did you love it at the time?
Oh, yes.
Did you collect records and things?
I'm the youngest of 12 children, so I was basically brought up on all the Motown and Beatles stuff in the 60s from my older brothers and sisters.
Fantastic. So, Joe, there you are. You're on 57. 24 or less is your target. What are you going to go for?
Struggling a bit on this. I think I'd have to go for the mineral, the hardest mineral, carbon. I'd say diamond.
OK, you're going to go for diamond, the hardest known mineral. Let's see how many of our 100 people said diamond. Here is your red line. It's right. 61 is what that scores you, which means Lucy and Amanda are back in the game. Takes your total up to 118.
In 2014, astronomers found a white dwarf star. It's about 900 light years away that is a diamond the size of Earth.
Well, there's a prize for anyone who can get there, isn't there?
Well, exactly.
My goodness. Diamond the size of Earth.
Size of the planet Earth. Although it'd be hard if you brought it back. Where would you keep it?
Well, exactly. But I mean, that would be a great irony. Imagine winning a diamond that big.
Yeah.
You know, say, where actually it was just so big it was meaningless. And
Imagine the
valueless.
size of ring you'd need.
I was thinking that.
It'd have to be a ring the size of
You're right.
30 Earths.
You're right.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, we're probably not going to do it.
No, all right. Thank you. Now, John, welcome back. Good to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself, John.
I'm John. I'm also from Torquay. I like skateboarding.
You don't do competitive skateboarding, or do
I've got a team across the whole world.
What's the team called?
Hidden Skateboard.
Hidden Skateboard?
Yeah.
Do you film each other doing stuff and upload?
Upload the clips to my team.
Very cool. John, you're on 61. 56 or less gets you into the next round. That board's all yours.
Yeah. The top one is DNA. The second one, I'm trying to make a name fit. The best I've got is Daniel, but that's only 6, so that's not correct.
That's exactly where I went with that.
Yeah. The process of adding a solvent to a solution to make it less concentration is diluting. Go top one, DNA.
OK, DNA for the top one. DNA. Here is your red line. That's what 56 looks like. Let's see where we end up with DNA. That's right. Oh, 64 for DNA takes your total up to 125.
Yeah, that's unlucky. If you took the DNA from just one single cell in your body, it would stretch out for more than 2 meters, every single cell.
Whoa, jump the DNA.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the last answer, I suspect would have taken diluting. It's dilution, and would have seen you through, actually, because it would have scored 42 points. These other two, the first name of the Nobel Prize-winning scientist, it's Dorothy Hodgkin. I don't know if you said that. Would have scored you 8. And do you know this one?
No.
I've sort of heard of it, but I didn't get it. Diol. Diol is the answer.
Diol.
And would have scored you 1 point. Very well done if you said that.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. So at the end of the first round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 125, John and Debbie. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah,
Thanks so much,
you.
John
Cheers.
and Debbie.
Thanks.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, now time for round 2. And 3 pairs remain. There we are, Joe and Sean, still with their sights set on that final. Very well done, Lucy. You were our lowest individual scorer. Fantastic. Hats off to you. And Mike and Sally, our newcomers, were our lowest combined scorers. So very, very well done to you. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is pop music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many acts with 5 or more UK #1 singles as they could. Richard?
Yeah, simply looking for any act, according to the official charts company, who've had 5 or more UK #1 singles from the beginning of the charts in 1952 all the way through to August 2020, please.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. 5 or more UK number ones, Joe.
I'll go with The Temptations.
The Temptations, says Joe. See, this is lovely. This plays right into your hobby. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Temptations. Obviously, if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Temptations. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. That scores you 100 points, not The Temptations.
Sorry, Joe. They fell just 5 short of 5 number ones. No number ones at all for The Temptations, which seems extraordinary when you think of their hits, but yeah, no number ones.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Mike.
I think I'll try something non-contentious and go for Adele.
Adele, says Mike. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Adele. No, non-contentious it may be. I think Sally will have a thing or two to say about that afterwards. That scores you 100 points.
She's only had 2, I'm afraid. I mean, she's sold millions upon millions of albums, but not particularly a singles act. I promise you there's loads of names on this list. I promise.
OK, there we are. Lucy?
Oh, there's a few that I'm kind of thinking of, but I don't know whether to take a risk or play it safe. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to go with the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
Let us find out where we end up with the Beatles. Well, it's right. There we are. Absolutely safe. 72 is where that stops, so 72 for you.
Yes, 17 number ones for the Beatles. Interesting, isn't it? Because 100 and 172 is actually still pretty close, I would say.
Yes, still everything to play for. But it's interesting because it means everybody's going to have to try and think hard. So there might be some more contentious answers coming in the next pass. Well, let's have a look at those scores. Just 2 between you this round. Lucy and Amanda on 72, very well done. Then 100 is where we find Mike and Sally and Joe and Sean. So Sean and Sally between you, I would suggest, is probably how this is going to play out. But we'll see. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so Amanda, we're looking for acts who've had 5 or more UK number 1 singles.
I'm not sure whether to go old school or modern.
Old school, secondary modern.
But I think I'm going to go for Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, says Amanda. OK, let's find out if that is a correct answer. Here is your red line, quite low. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how far down the column we get. Lady Gaga is correct. Well done, Amanda. That's a great answer, and it gets you through. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. And how? Down to 2 takes your total up to 74.
Well played, Amanda. That's a great answer. Yeah, her first 3 number ones were all in 2009. Then her 5th number one was Shallow from Star is Born.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Sally?
Yeah, pop music isn't not me. But as I say, I'm going to go Spice Girls.
Spice Girls, says Sally. No red line for you as your joint high scorers. Let's see how far down the column we get with Spice Girls there. It's right. Puts the pressure on Sean there. The further down this goes, 20 for Spice Girls. Takes your total up to 120.
Yeah, 8 number ones in the 90s and a 9th in the 2000s for the Spice Girls.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, talking of Spice, Sean, you have to score 19 or less here.
I've got a couple in mind. I'm just trying to think of one which will score low enough. I'm going to try Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris, says Sean. OK, here is your red line. Can we get below that with Calvin Harris? It's right. You're through. And it's a pointless answer. Very well done indeed, Sean. Just what we needed from you. That coveted pointless trophy is still within your grasp. Being a pointless answer, it adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £2,500, scores you nothing, leaves your total at 100 and gets you into the head-to-head. Well done.
Well played, Sean. I looked at your face when some of the answers were coming in. Literally never an ounce of worry. I knew you'd have a good answer. Yeah, 10 number ones in total for Calvin Harris. Very well played. Lots and lots of pointless answers. Shall I take you through some low scorers?
Oh, yeah.
So all these acts have had 5 or more UK number ones. 9 for Kylie Minogue, 8 for David Bowie, 6 points for Beyonce, 5 for U2. You'd have got 4 for Britney Spears or Robbie Williams. 3 for George Michael, Justin Bieber, Rod Stewart, Slade and the Police. 2 points for Eminem and Rihanna. 1 point for the Bee Gees, Blondie, Drake, Jason Derulo and JLS. Now let's take a look at some pointless answers, shall we? All of these would have added money to the jackpot. All Saints, Ariana Grande. There's Calvin Harris, well played, Sean. Cheryl, Dizzy Rascal, Katy Perry. McFly, the Mighty McFly, Sam Smith, Sugar Babes. You could also have Black Eyed Peas, Bruno Mars, David Guetta, Flo Rida, Jess Glynn, Neo, The Shadows, Tiny Temper, will.i.am as well. All of those are pointless answers. Very well done if you said one of those.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, the pair we have to send home with their high score of 120, Sally and Mike, I'm afraid it is you. We will see you again next time. Yes, I mean, that was a slightly rocky round for you, but you seem to be very much more on solid ground with the first round. And I think we'll see much more of you next time you're here. Meantime, thanks very much for playing, Sally and Mike. For the remaining 2 pairs, though, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Amanda and Lucy, Joe and Sean. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,500. But before we play the head-to-head, let's see if we can't boost that jackpot a bit by finding a couple of pointless answers. Here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Holy Roman emperors as they could. Richard?
Yes, 6 names on the board. 2 of them, as always, are pointless answers that no one mentioned, but 2 of them we made up. See if you can get one of those pointless answers, £250. If you do, see if you can get both of them at home.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so let's see if we can find the pointless Holy Roman emperors on this board of 6. We've got Rudolph II, Forster I, Ogden, Conrad II, Charles V, and Matthias. There we are. I mean, it's going to be a guess, basically, but it could be an informed guess. Just chat amongst yourselves as a 4, see if there's anything.
Any ideas?
Yeah. So what's calling out to you? Nothing's calling out to me.
I think could be an answer.
I think Matthias sounds like a Roman emperor.
I think it might be right, but not
I
pointless.
feel like Rudolph might be one, but I don't... again, that's just a guess. But...
Ogden, I don't know. I'm not sure about Ogden.
OK, Amanda and Lucy, what do you want to go for?
Conrad?
Yeah, OK.
Conrad II?
Conrad II. Let's find out. Is that a pointless Holy Roman Emperor? Well, it's a Holy Roman Emperor.
Good job.
And it's a pointless one. Very well done indeed. Very well played. OK, Joe and Sean, what are we thinking?
Go on.
We're going to go for Ogden.
Ogden. Ogden. Let's find out if Ogden is a pointless Holy Roman Emperor. No, bad luck. There we are. Not Ogden.
Yeah, unlucky. Tom Ogden is the lead singer of the band Blossoms, who had a hit with Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor. That was a fairly well-hidden red herring, I have to say. Now, let's take a look through the rest of these, shall we? I'll tell you 2 that scored points. Rudolph II and Charles V. They both scored points. 1 point for Rudolph II, and Charles V would have scored you 2. So of these remaining ones, one of them is a pointless answer and one of them's incorrect. What do you reckon?
I think Matthias I'm going to go for as a pointless answer.
Matthias is a pointless answer. Let's take a look. Very well played. So Matthias and Conrad II were the 2 pointless answers there, and Forster I, another of our red herrings.
Thank you very much indeed. Well done. You managed to find a pointless answer, which means you've added £250 to the jackpot. Takes today's total up to £2,750. But who'll be playing for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. You're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is your first question, and it is all about creatures in the Nazca lines.
Yep, I'm going to show you 5 aerial photographs now of diagrams, especially near the southern Peruvian town of Nazca. There are these creatures drawn into the earth. We're going to give you letters of the names as well, but what are these creatures most commonly said to represent, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our creatures, and here they come. We've got A, H, D. B, S, R. C, W-E. D, C-R. And E, M-Y. There we are. 5 creatures. Amanda and Lucy, you get to go first.
So there's a few there that we know. Obviously, the obvious ones. I don't know. What do you think?
Should we go for C?
Yeah. Okay. We'll go for C as whale.
Whale for C, say Amanda and Lucy. Now, Joe and Sean, what are you going to go for?
We're not sure of A, unless you've heard of it. B, we think is spider. D, we think is condor. And E, monkey. So D. We'll go for D, condor.
D, condor. So we have whale versus condor. Amanda and Lucy have gone for whale for C. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Is right. That goes down to 72. 72 for whale. Meanwhile, Joe and Sean have gone for condor for D. Let's see how many of our 100 said condor. Condor is right. And it wins the point. Very well done indeed. Oh, by a margin. Down goes condor to 19. Very well done indeed. And it means, Joe and Sean, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, it's very nicely played. It's the best answer on the board, in fact. But a tough board, though. Monkey would have scored you far too many points. Monkey would have scored you 92. So a better answer than whale. Spider, also a bigger scorer than whale, would have scored you 88. And the next best answer on the board is A. Do you know A?
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird. Yeah, hummingbird. There's around 125 species of hummingbird in Peru, and that would have scored you 32.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question. Joe and Sean get to answer it first. Amanda and Lucy, you need to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about leagues, Richard.
Yeah, 5 clues now to answers containing the word league.
Thank you very much. Let's reveal our 5 clues. Here they come. BAFTA-winning panel show featuring team captains Andrew Flintoff and Jamie Redknapp, synth-pop band who had a Christmas #1 in 1981 with Don't You Want Me, full name of the US sports organisation formed in 1903, which is commonly known by the initialism MLB, team of superheroes featuring Batman and Superman that made its first comic book appearance in 1960, and dark comedy TV series set in the town of Royston Vasey and first broadcast in 1999. I'm going to read those all again. BAFTA-winning panel show featuring team captains Andrew Flintoff and Jamie Redknapp, synth-pop band who had a Christmas #1 in 1981 with Don't You Want Me, full name of the US sports organisation formed in 1903, which is commonly known by the initialism MLB, team of superheroes featuring Batman and Superman that made its first comic book appearance in 1960, and dark comedy TV series set in the town of Royston Vasey and first broadcast in 1999. Joe and Sean will go first.
Bottom one's the League of Gentlemen. Okay, what's the fourth one I got? The third one's Major League Baseball. The fourth one's Justice League. Do you want to go for the bottom one then? That's not Major League Baseball. Okay, we'll go for the third one, which is Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball, say Joe and Sean. Right, Amanda and Lucy, talk us through that board.
We would if we could. But we're possibly thinking the superheroes one might be Justice League. We don't know any of the others, so we'll have to go for that, I think. OK,
Justice League. So we have Major League Baseball and Justice League. Joe and Sean have gone for Major League Baseball. Let's see how many of our 100 people made that from MLB. Is right. Down that goes to 19. Not bad at all. Let's see if Amanda and Lucy can beat that with Justice League for the team of superheroes. Justice League. It's right, Justice League. 19 is what it has to beat. Oh, 29 for Justice League. Not a bad answer at all, but it means, Joe and Sean, you win that point, and after 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
2 good answers there. Well played, both teams. We will fit in the rest of the board. The panel show.
League of Their Own.
Is a League of Their Own. Would have scored you 23. The synth pop band.
Human League.
Human League. would have scored you 53, and the final one?
League of Gentlemen.
League of Gentlemen, who would have scored you 38.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Amanda and Lucy. Well, I mean, you've been fabulous this show. Really strong performance. You've got one more crack at it, I think, haven't you?
Yes,
so maybe see if we can take it through to the final next time. But meantime, thank you very much for playing. Amanda and Lucy. But for Joe and Sean, it's now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Joe and Sean. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy.
Great.
You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,750. Oh, we got there in the end. I mean, it's been an attritional business, this, but here you are finally, as you deserve to be, on that finalists' podium. What do you want to see come up in this last round? What's going to help you win that jackpot?
Something maybe sporty. I know maybe something to do with countries or flags, modern music or old music for him.
Old music for me, yeah.
OK, well, as ever, 4 things will appear on the board. Let's hope you like the look of one of them. We've got today the year 2005, South African Rugby World Cup teams, 1980s female TV detectives, and Cornish art and entertainment.
OK.
What do we think?
I'm not convinced by the South African rugby team.
Forget the Cornish one.
I'd be tempted by 2005. There might be something nice in there.
2005 to the Ashes, or?
Yeah, it'd be something like that, could be. There might be something sporty in there, so we can have a done.
Yeah, we'll have to go for
We'll
that.
go for 2005.
OK, 2005 it is.
OK, best of luck. We're looking for one of the 3 following things, all very different categories. We're looking for anyone appointed to Blair's first cabinet after his election in 2005. Please, May 2005. We are looking for anyone who reached a Wimbledon quarter-final in 2005 in the men's or women's singles. Or we are looking for any acting Oscar nominations for films released in 2005. That had been the 2006 ceremony. So members of the Cabinet, Wimbledon quarter-finalists and actors, please. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. As always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, how much do you know about Blair's
There's one or
cabinets?
two, obviously Prescott, I think Margaret Beckett.
Someone like Jackie Smith would have been in there, maybe.
I'm not sure. Margaret Beckett would be-
Harriet Harman?
Possibly again,
Someone
yeah,
like
so-
that. Wimbledon quarter-finalists, I wouldn't know for certain, but I'd go for someone like maybe David Ferrer or someone like
Yes,
that. I wouldn't be 100% certain with that. Maybe someone like Emily Maresmo or Lindsay Davenport.
Wozniacki?
I think she was a bit too late for that. Oscars, I wouldn't know at all.
So
for
go back to
2005.
Wimbledon and go back to Wimbledon. So
Wimbledon.
name a few players.
Obviously, you'll have Federer, you'll have Roddick. Nadal might have been coming up, but that won't be pointless.
Yeah. So I think of a few.
I don't think Henman would have got there that year.
10 seconds left.
Ivanovic.
No, I wouldn't say so. Ivo Karlovic, maybe, as a guess.
Carlos Lopez.
Women, no.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. What can you give me?
I think from the Cabinet, I think maybe Margaret Beckett.
Margaret Beckett?
And from the tennis, we're going to say David Ferrer.
David Ferrer.
And who else did we say?
Karlovic.
Ivo Karlovic.
Ivo Karlovic. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I'd say Ivo Karlovic.
Ivo Karlovic goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Probably Margaret Beckett.
Yeah.
Margaret Beckett, David Ferrer goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Margaret Beckett, David Ferrer, and Ivo Karlovic. There we are. Well, very, very best of luck. 3 good answers on the board there. £2,750 in the jackpot. What would you like to do with that if you were to win it?
I mean, like I said before, I like playing a bit of golf, so maybe splashing out on another maybe golfing holiday or maybe some new clubs.
OK, very nice. Joe, how about you?
My wife did say go to sandals in the Caribbean, but it may be a pair of sandals.
Right. Depends what kind of sandals you like, of course. Very, very best of luck. OK, your first answer was Margaret Beckett. In the first instance, we were looking for members of Blair's cabinet of 2005. If Margaret Beckett is pointless, she will win you £2,750. How many people said it? Margaret Beckett is right.
It'll be pointless.
down there. Like.
Down we go with Margaret Beckett through the 20s into the teens, into single figures with Margaret Beckett, still going down with Margaret Beckett to 1. Look at that, fantastic. That's amazing. Your first answer, scoring 1, Margaret Beckett. OK, now we turn our attention to the tennis. David Ferrer, you've gone for. We're looking for Wimbledon quarter-finalists in 2005. David Ferrer for £2,750. Is he pointless? Oh, bad luck. Bad luck. Let's turn to your third and final answer, Ivo Karlovic. Let's see if Ivo Karlovic is a pointless answer for £2,750. Oh, bad luck.
No.
Oh, well.
Bad luck. I'm so sorry. Politics suddenly looks like it might have been a better one to have spent the time on. That's a real shame. I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer, though, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot. But you get to take home today's pointless trophy, so very, very well done for that. And you've really deserved those. You played so well across all 3 shows, Joe and Sean.
Yeah, really great having you on the show. Also, a really, really impressive performance in this this final. It's with 2005 Wimbledon, and they're both the right era. You said 2 pointless answers during your 60 seconds. Amelie Mauresmo and Lindsay Davenport both would have won you the jackpot, I'm afraid. So sorry about that. Let's take a look at the pointless answers in the different categories. The politicians first, Alistair Darling as a pointless answer, Baroness Amos, Hilary Benn, Lord Faulkner, you could have had Adam Johnson, Des Brown, Hilary Armstrong, John Reid, a pointless answer, Patricia Hewitt, Peter Hain and Ruth Kelly as well, all of those pointless answers. The ones you mentioned there, Prescott, Blunkett, etc., scored points. You'll be delighted to hear. Now, those Wimbledon quarter-finalists. There's Lindsay Davenport, Leighton Hewitt, a pointless answer, Nadia Petrova, Sebastian Grosjean. You could have had Miskina, David Nalbandian, he was your David, Feliciano Lopez, Fernando Gonzalez, Mary Pierce, Svetlana Kuznetsova, and Thomas Johansson. Those are all pointless answers. And now for those actors. All of these would have won you the money. Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, Judi Dench, Reese Witherspoon. You could have had Catherine Keener, Charlize Theron. There's Jake Gyllenhaal, Michelle Williams, Rachel Weisz, William Hurt as well. All of those pointless answers. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thanks very much, Richard, and thanks, Joe and Sean. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,750. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.